Seems to be working. All right. Okay, welcome guys. There was a mismatch of account. Welcome to the live space from A and B. That's our fourth installment. Today we'll be interviewing, talking about glass with Wout Hoogendoorn. We'll come back to him a little bit later. I will just maybe give some context on the subject and what is A and B. So, Interior Architects Association of Belgium. It's an association who shares knowledge and experience about interior design. Also gives technical administrative advice to both professionals, to upcoming professionals, so students. We also create info sessions and also organize all sorts of events or visits to go see pertinent events. There's talent promotion also and visibility. What we started with Live Space was to come up with a program where we could both share talents mostly from Belgium in terms of interior architecture, but we introduce also more technical interviews where we are meeting with great professionals in any field related with architecture or interior architecture in particular. So as you can see in the screen, this is Wout Hoogendoorn, and we will be talking with him in a minute. I will give maybe some context into this into his work. I met Wout in a project that we made a few years ago in the building that you can see in the images. This amazing building in the south of Brussels called the Glaverbel building. And I had to design signage, an interpretation of the logo that you can see on top. And the idea of designing with glass came up. Now, at the time, I could already sketch and draw with the AutoCAD, but I remember sending a very sloppy drawing to Wout. I think the sketch was sloppier than this one. This is actually one I did last night because I couldn't find the old one, but you get the picture. And the idea was to have a 2 meter wide glass, like a donut, very thin one, and clipped on top and on the bottom. Now, the sheer size of it made it complicated to do. I couldn't find people here in Brussels to make it, and that's how I stumbled on Wout. And this sloppy sketch became a very fine and finished product. And what was very nice to do or to watch was that Wout gives us services that are complete. So we will find all the solutions, including accessoires and the way and the installation. So this is the final. Let's say, result on what was the very fine first collaboration with Wout. So I will go ahead and call him so that he can join us. There you go. And Wout is also a teacher. He's been working in glass for a long time. There you go, and invitation, go live with Wout. So we'll be able to learn some really interesting things and hopefully even visit his workshop.
Yes, Mauro?
There you are.
Yes,
How are you, Wout?
I'm really great. Today, sunny day, and it's good to invite me to tell about my passion and the knowledge and the possibilities, and and also would like to introduce you one of my friends, Gert-Jan van Dijken. And it's also funny to meet him. He's a crazy man, enthusiastic, and I work together with him sometimes. So I would show him. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Gert-Jan, and I think we're gonna do this a little bit more or less together today. Yes. Okay. No, we do this.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
So Wout, I think you said crazy. I think in order to do the projects that you do and the amazing collaborations that you have, you must be a little bit crazy, and you must have a lot of passion for what you do.
Yes.
So take us a little bit, talk a little bit about yourself, just to give us a little bit of context, and then maybe you can show us your workshop and some of the things that you have done.
Yes, I will do. I'm around 50 years old, and I'm for original and metal worker. And the goal is to make the perfection. And the next goal is to are the best in the world. But that's too egoistic. My real passion is to help architects to help to make the real dream. And therefore, you must never give up. And my experience is metal, is glass, is a little bit of wooden materials. I have a great network of specialists in different fields, not only in the Netherlands, also in the world. And would like to connect them together. But all the time I'm in the middle and would like to know exactly what they're doing. A great architect like you, and also, for example, UN Studio from Amsterdam, another great architect in the world. I like them. You show now some of my work. Was we here in the Netherlands said that when you work for example UN Studio, you are a little bit not normal because there is no limit. So that is what I do. I sometimes make very small projects and sometimes real big. And then, in the world there are some big players, but that's not the different. The different is that you make good quality, have the passion, and have the good friends around you. Yeah, and you show some pictures of projects. We made this one for Instagram together with Gert-Jan van Dijken. And the designer is Garments. So that's what I do. Not only flat glass, we also do fusing glass. We also do cast glass, pressed glass. Glass it's amazing. Yeah, endless.
I think one of the things that was for me became very clear when I met you the first time was that usually, I mean, many times we meet a lot of professionals, of course, that will execute and help us execute ideas we have. From the start, you gave me the feeling that you were pushing me further.
Yes.
You were pushing me further immediately. Yes, nice, but actually we can do it better. You know that, which is not something that as a designer is not something that comes up very often when you are working with people that will execute what you want to do. They kind of try to see how to execute. You really see the potential in some things or you can identify easily the limits of our knowledge in terms of materials, and in this case, glass.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, I would like to bring you as an architect and other clients and architects to a next level. So I would like to go to the edge and sometimes a little bit over the edge, and then we find the perfect balance. Only one time in life can you make the best project. And when you do together with architect, they have the same passion as I have and you have, then you can make next level. And you have the experience with me that, for example, another project later on you would like to show with the curved glass and the shapes and the texture and color. It takes around 1.5 years And people said, yeah, it looks simple. Yeah, but the quality is extremely, yeah.
Wout, can you put your image pointing your way so that we can see you talking? I will indeed play some images here. You were talking about fused glass. This is indeed an example. Sorry that the image is superposing. This was a second collaboration with Wout, on which we designed a curved texture colored or tainted glass. Maybe you can tell us a little bit something about this, because if you remember well, what was asked to combine all these three elements in a curved glass, it was basically impossible by means of everyone I knew in the glass business here in Belgium.
I would like to tell more about that. That's what you asked me.
Yeah, go ahead.
You send me the rendering. Said that's what I like, and then I said, wow, that's great. And I was thinking very simple in the beginning. So we do digital printing and bend the glass. No, you said no. It must be better, more impressed. And also the customer said, it's not what they like, flat glass. So we make the color design based on your design. Then we make, as you show, the texture.
Yeah, so this was the coloring at this stage, right?
Exactly.
And we can...
And you see the texture now. You see it's some element you feel it's a little bit water that is hanging on the glass. And then the color study was not easy. And then we produce and then find good colors. And the last step was to bend the glass. You see here, it was broken glass after bending because...
Yes, indeed, sorry.
In the blue color, the heat absorbs a lot. It's very difficult to bend the glass. So you heat up the glass, the dark colors absorb heat, and then there's stress into glass, and glass will break. So the next photo you show, that is, you see the fantastic curved glass with the texture, not the standard, and the coloring. And it's like a dream. It's a dream. When you see real, the emotion, you can touch the surface of the glass. It feels rough. It's real.
Yes.
Well, it's not normal. And also your design, with you see the floor, the stone. I forgot the name of the type of the stone. Also, you see the transparent curved door. It's a roll on rollers into the floor. So it's
part of the shower.
Yes, the shower door. You see in the floor, if you look good, you see a very small rail. There integrate some rollers, and the glass is rolled over the rollers.
And this was an interior design project. I see that you've also working with designers producing this kind of pieces.
Yeah, that is what Gert-Jan would like to tell you. He is the expert. That's it. I give him now to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, what you show now, this is the ombre chair from, this is a design by Germans Ermich. I met Germans when he was still studying at the Design Academy here in Eindhoven. And I helped him with his, what is it called, his last project for the Academy. And at the same time, I figured out that this guy is extremely talented in graphic coloring, and at that time I was developing printing technology for glass, of course, and I asked him to come into my kitchen and to show what we can make, what we can do, and all the time I give him ingredients, and yeah, he makes stuff like this out of it. Well, this is a chair we made for the Instagram pavilion, which you showed the pictures before.
Yes, before. I'll put them up
Actually,
again.
normally this kind of chairs, yeah, exactly, yeah. So it was made for this pavilion on the inside, so people could make selfies in it. This was actually the only reason for this chair. I think this was about the 6th or the 7th chair we made. It's really a collector's item where they will be sold by Rosanna Orlandi in Italy.
Yeah, what it's very exciting is to see and impressive is to see the scale of the projects that you work on, because we are here talking about a chair, and hopefully this works. You have worked on this amazing villa.
This is Wout again.
Yes.
Amazing, small and big. Yes, some very small sometimes. Yeah.
I'm trying to show everyone the size of this project, and we were talking about this texture glass and very artisanal in a way, and then here you are working on a very minimalistic, high technicity kind of project. Maybe you can also tell us a little bit about this.
Yes, yeah. This is this project was. When I saw the first image of this, wow, it's icon for the world. And then what I was in contact with Paul de Ruiter, architects, and they had troubles with the budget. And what you know, all people know, that the glass have limitations of the height. So the glass height was over 3.2, and said, let us make it a few centimeters lower, that reduce the price of the whole villa, and then we can realize that. So these small things that reduce the price, make success for the architect and for me. So here was that we don't like to have any detailing. All is flush, no bolts, no screws, was nothing. Customer, they live in the villa, they feel that he is completely connected to the outside. He have 17,000 trees around this villa. And he is still fantastic, happy with the villa. I make all the interior doors, and he's very critical people. You understand when you make this, he's never accept bad quality. And,
no, you can see that, of course.
Yeah, you can see that. And so I've advised on the coloring of the glass, the sizes of the glass, detailing, the cold bridge, for example. When you have detailing exterior, you understand the cold comes from out into the building. You have some big troubles of condensation. So that's also the stress in detailing, communication with architects. But over the years, I have a big portfolio, and that helps a lot for me to make next steps. They trust me, and then we can go further.
Of course. And in terms of the technicity we were talking about, there's another project that I would like to bring up, which I find absolutely fascinating. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to show a video of this, but this project needs a little bit of explaining. So the thickness of the stairs, which is made in concrete, it looks like it's 5-6 centimeters.
5 centimeters. Thickness.
5 centimeters. And tell us what is so particular about these stairs.
Now the stair here is
if the video works. If it doesn't, no.
A stair, that means that glass and concrete works together. Without glass, there is no concrete because the concrete will collapse down. Without concrete, we have not the glass there. So we connect the glass and the concrete invisible together. Therefore, we make a lot of studies, researching, and then we find solution. Very simple, of course. And the special thing here is the tolerance. When you look good, the concrete is not straight; it's hanging a little bit down. You can, if you look good, So I measurement all detailing very precise. And then when it install, you have some detailing. Is that right? And then you see that it's incredible. Some people said, is it real? Is it a rendering? Time by time they ask, but it's real. That's on top of possibilities for me now.
It looks like an architectural model, like we did when we make a model where you can, with cardboard you can do things that hold, which in reality don't. This is the case. When I first saw these stairs, indeed I was looking at where is the column, or where are the metal side rails holding the structure, and the glass is doing this.
Yes. Yeah. And what the problem is now, many designers like this, customers like that, but the investment of such fantastic product is set too much. It is an art piece. And when they said, when you buy art, they understand. But when they said it's a stair, they said, okay, it's just a stair. So for me, all the projects are more or less art.
I guess in this particular project, there were probably safety. Safety was a very important issue. So I wonder how the relation with the client and the engineers concerning this construction. How did that go? If it was really a challenge, or from the start everybody was enthusiastic and aiming for a result without having too much doubts?
Nah, there was a big risk. Till the end was a really big risk. We have done some tests with the University of Eindhoven, and so the strength was, it's too much, too heavy, too safe. But over the time, when you glue some materials together, you have some creep, you have some adhesive problems over the time. It can happen. And when the adhesive is not good over the time, the concrete will fall down. The all will break. But this place is by ABT, and they are engineers. And also for them was a good showing piece to customer that they would like to have the power, take the risk, and do the business for make next steps.
Excellent.
So the client is good for me. So
Excellent.
they take the risk. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe another. I took. Hopefully, you can see this sketch, which, if you recall well, is from a collaboration you had with the UN Studio.
Oh, you find some pictures. Nice.
I did. I found some schemes, and I will put up some real pictures about these glass boxes hanging from the facade.
Yes. So the issue here was a UN Studio said you must glue all together. That's one. The second is we would like to glue only by transparent glue. And that was all, transparent and glue. So I do over 2 years some studies about gluing. First, the adhesive. Second, types of glue. You have epoxy, you have polyurethane, you have silicone, and some others. What I saw is that adhesive we can solve by good surface treatment by plasma, for example. That means that adhesive is 4 times better than without plasma treatment. And also what I saw is that there is a creep. When you hang such big elements on the glue, over the years the glass will slowly down. So the creep. So, okay, we solved that to make some connectors. You show that you see, this kind of connector. It's not a perfect, but for now is that we are the first in the Netherlands, hopefully in the world, that we do this 7 meters high cubes hanging on glue without any bolts, without any security. So the government accept this. And that's good to know that when you have a good portfolio, good track record, they have the trust of people. You, the architects, can make absolutely some next steps. And I must have you as the architect to make the next steps. I will do my job, and you also must push me to make a better result. So this is fine. The line you see, that's a special foil line.
This one?
Is a yes. And this foil is, I was started with another type of textile. And when the light is in by night, you have a real light box. And there's
that's what you see.
Programmed.
Yeah.
Night is programming that it's like soft, hard, open, close. It's also rhythm. It's also programming, and it's floating.
Yeah, it is. Like it. It's amazing.
Height, 5 with 3,000 kilograms each box on blue.
It's amazing. Yes. I wanted to ask you, as you know, so I'm an interior architect, and AINB is made of interior architects. Do you see any difference in the collaboration between architects, interior architects in the project you do?
Yes, yeah. The exterior architects, they are not so focused on detailing and exactly the tactility of materials. They are the total overview is very important, but in the last detailing, it's so-so. What I see with the interior architects, they would like to make all the time new things, product innovation, and realize that they are focused on the last millimeters and all what you can see and what you can feel. Mm-hmm. They're more emotional, in my opinion. It's not a type of people they make interior concept. They are more, what I said, more emotional. Mm-hmm. So I like interior architects for innovation. And for me too, as a businessman, the budgets are more in balance for the interior architect. Outside is all the time budget limitations. That's fine, it's good. Interior, they are more, there's more possible for customers.
Possibilities. You another kind of, I mean, you in the beginning of the interview we talked about crazy, and I was telling you that you like challenges, and you seem to convince people about going with them in those challenges. You have very interesting projects, and you shared with me this boat project. I will show some, go through some images. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about this.
Yes, I will do. This boat is a very old boat. It's normally it was on the North Sea, and when the boat would like to go into the Thames in London, they see the fire on top of the boat, and they said, okay, from here we must go left or right, depend which side you're coming from. And the boat was, as nothing was waste. So the people, they live now, they buy the boat. And said, okay, it's too big for me to have this for the family. I would like also to make a better breakfast, but not so normal as usual. They said the emotion into the ship is so fantastic. You see, for example, in your dream that people they are working into the boat, workers, and it's dirt, and the noise, the sound, and the cold. You know, when it is cold outside, inside the metal boat it's really hard to live. So we said, let us make glass cubes, and you have some photos of that.
Yeah.
Working in a boat is very hard. There's no horizontal, no vertical lines. And there are some many glass suppliers said, can you realize? Yes, I can, but give me the size. Yeah, that's impossible. You must do the whole job by yourself. So I make the plan, the measurement, the production and installation. And so it's curved glass. One is a round shape and the other room is a rectangle shape. And also they would like to integrate some, you show here some elements into the glass. Yeah, of course, we make some gaps for you into the glass. And now what you feel when you sleep in the glass cube in the boat, it's unforgettable. I saw some people, they wrote some on Google, for example, there is unforgettable because in the glass and you see the dirt and the waste and the bolts. So that's good. The problem here is there's no budget normally for such projects. So I did this for me to help people friendly. They pay only the cost for the material. It's good for the portfolio to show, okay, this is good. You see other pictures, the boat is amazing. This is too clean. You look through the glass and you see the white metal boat.
Yeah, as is. It's like an exposition in a way. You have this contact with all the heaviness and the raw materials against outside of the window, but at the same time you're protected in this womb, in like this belly, with a fully glassed wall.
That's right.
Amazing.
It's like a museum. It's a vitrine into an old space, and you live in the vitrine. Yeah.
Amazing.
You have the other photos or not, Mauro?
I have you sent me a lot of photos. I was able to upload many, but not all. So unfortunately, here I can only see 3 photos.
No worries. No worries.
Maybe you're in your workshop. Maybe you can share us a little bit, show us around, and give us some comment. Yeah.
We start outside. So something is outside because we have sun here in the Netherlands. But then I turn off the photo camera.
You switch to exactly, yes.
Yeah. So only show you here. This is the mirror with made by Gert-Jan. You see the coloring, the gray. And when I walk around, you see, it's a real mirror.
Indeed.
And also, but this is the job of Gert-Jan. You see here also, for example, another mirror. This is more goldies. For me, it's goldies. This is the blue one, transparent colors, and it's to orange gold.
A foggy mirror.
Foggy mirror.
Foggy.
They call
foggy
it
mirror.
Yeah. Then I have here some stuff. This is cast glass. Architect knows the glass is the glass, but we have here, let me show, orange. This material, this raw material, it's orange. And from this material,
fantastic,
you can cast elements, small elements like, you can see hopefully, let me see. So for example, this is an element of pressed glass. It's very simple. People normally look in the catalog. I do not look in the catalog. We do produce the model you like. You see, this real glass, pressed by glass. Then you have, for example, the cast glass. You have some extrusion glass. You see here the section, you can see or not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then, okay, how can you make some holes? You can make some holes. You see here the hole, very fine, precise. It's a high frequent technology. You can make holes in these tubes of glass. Then you have, for example, I show you the whole pictures of this element. You remember the stair?
Absolutely.
You
Yes.
only see the detail, but it's the real part. And when you look to the sun, it's changing your feeling. Massive glass. It's around 10 kilograms. Then the new thing we're working on with Gert-Jan is mirror made in a pattern. It was, you see here, you can look through the mirror. You can see, hopefully it is a mirror or not. Or you can believe it's a mirror.
Yeah.
Small piece. So every shape, every model you like, we can do easily. So you have your file. You see this is Goldies. And we can do. And this is, hopefully I can show, Gert-Jan. Canalé glass, you know that?
No.
Pattern glass.
So it's with a foil
foil
in between. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
So then, you know, also we also do this stuff. This is from Glasio. You can see this granulate made in Czechia. And the fun thing is that absorbs the sound. Sorry. And you see also we can make shapes.
Oh.
It's like concrete. And when you see the sun, here's a little bit, you have the different colors, white, red. It's ice. It feels like ice.
It looks like ice too.
Yes.
Crushed ice.
Yes. Then the next is that I'm working on a technique. You know, in the car glass industry, you have some wires between your glass, very fine. And you can buy these wires. They use it in the textile industry. I'm working now to laminate it into glass to make pattern or lines or circles or something like that. Laminate it together. So this is material they have. Is coming from Switzerland. So that's a little bit playing with materials. That is fusing glass. You see a very simple pattern. You see reflections like raindrops, water drops. So mirror pattern. So I go now to, this is the last, and then I go to the production. You see this massive element. It's like a brick. It's not a brick. It's a raw material of glass. You can look through the glass, you see?
Absolutely.
It's optical, yes, you see the hand of Gert-Jan through the glass. So this is the length of around 1 meter.
Very pure.
Yeah, pure glass. It's coming from Schott, from Germany.
And very clear also.
Yeah, it's optical glass. This is not normal. This is optical glass. It's not the good quality. They missed 0.05 of quality. So the measurement optical quality. So that is good. And then you have also this kind of material that changes color by like a chameleon. Hopefully you can see or not.
Yes, absolutely. And this is also foil?
No, this is a special coating.
A coating.
They did that time by time in a special material, and you can have all coloring. It's very popular. So this is like a diamond, but it's not special. It is standard.
Okay, that's amazing. Yes, we have.
1 minute. You see here, it is the that's the first one, the chair.
Wow. Yeah, that I showed an image earlier on.
Yes, the shop.
Very nice. So, Wout, we have another 5 minutes.
5.
I know it's very short, so we probably will have to organize in the future another interview with you. But let's see what you still have to show.
5 minutes. I'm working on a project with glass fins and glass columns and liggers. What call that in English? This is like a puzzle.
Like a puzzle, yes.
Puzzle, and the puzzle is big. You see the hand? So that's the one piece, and the opposite side you can see it's a real puzzle.
Wow.
So we do organize a test at the university to test the strength of this detail. It's for a glass cube at Wassenaar.
Excellent.
What can we show more? What's good? 3 minutes. The time flies, Mauro.
The time flies, absolutely.
The factory is it's closed.
We're working on now for a new institute. This is going to be panels for USM furniture.
USM furniture, you know them, Mauro?
Switzerland.
USM furniture, no, I will look up for sure.
Oh, some people they know maybe, but this is the high end. Gertjan is working on.
It's going to be a big cabinet where the gradient is going from very dark to very clear.
Yes. But you have upstairs some things that we run upstairs. 1 minute? No. Okay.
The rocking chair.
No. So what you can see here is that we do grinding. Gertjan do grinding here with his machines. Oh, washing machines. Sorry, washing machines.
So nice. So let me just check, guys, if you have any questions to Wout before we finish the interview with him. It's amazing, really, all the projects that you are working on, and you're really showing a palette of both knowledge and techniques, and that research for the perfection that you described. It's really a joy to see. It's been, for me at least, a very interesting moment, and might have to do this a second time in the future, that you have more time to show us new stuff you are working on. Can I just ask you maybe to close off with you? What do you see in the coming years as innovation in terms of glass? I mean, obviously you are innovating every day. Are there particular techniques maybe connected to computational design, or that is influencing your work?
Now, what I see is that glass is glass. There's no big innovation. What I see, they make more functions together in the glass. So, for example, you have energy, so you can charge energy by glass. I'm working on a special coating together with people in Greece, that the glass will changing in color. That's already available on the market. It's too heavy in price. It's not good. So they have a very simple technology. So combination of glass transparency, sun protection. Other side you would like to have light. So there is an stress between light and the sun. For interior, I see the next step to go into more emotional design. All the glass normally is so hard. And the technique now are step by step going forwards. So Gertjan is working with the foil to give more value on glass. And the next also is to combine materials. So glass with the concrete, laminate together. Concrete and, sorry? Solar cells, yeah. But not a big innovation. What I see around me is very slowly.
Well, the innovation is in every single
thin glass technology. Very thin glass, you know. This for your smartphones. Yeah.
Well, it's. I think we were able to see innovation in every single one of your projects. So we will still be discovering in the future more of your projects, and we'll make sure to at INB to follow your new collaborations. So thank you for having shared this with us. It was very interesting, and I hope to see you soon. I will in Brussels most likely, or maybe I should come to you. And I will introduce the next week interview, but I will already tell you goodbye and thank you for being with us, Wout.
Thanks. See you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Now, you have here some of the architects that were represented in some of the projects, well, most of the projects that we shared here with you. I hope you guys enjoy this. It's an amazing professional. We hope still to further have further news from him in the future. I'm sure AINB will be sharing things, work from Wout in the future for sure. Maybe I should already introduce next week interview, Live Space. It's a Meet the Designer. If you recall well, it's 1 week we are meeting a designer, so meeting the talents, Belgium talents, and the other week we are talking with specialists in terms of materials, in terms of it could be acoustics, could be themes such as recycling or others. So I'll close off with telling you to be sure not to miss next week interview with Jan Gijssen from Pure. These guys are doing really nice stuff and they're also extremely nice people. So make sure you follow us. That will be next week on LiveSpace Instagram feed from AIND. So hope you like it and I wish you a super sunny weekend. See you soon.